words no more. Something that I said, was it something that I said? Something in my head. Yikes. Something that I said, was it something that I said? Something in my head. Something that I said, was it something that I said? Something in my head, something that I said, something that I said, something that I said, something in my head.
Yeah, like the guy said, we recorded an album, which during the whole COVID lockdown was pretty tricky because these three guys were in London and I was 4,000 miles away in Chicago. And the idea came up that let's make an album. And how the fuck are we going to do that? And I was miles away. And anyway, the way it worked was basically these guys recorded the songs and they sent them over to me. And I listened back to them. I'm like, yeah. Where am I going to go? You've recorded all the fucking parts. But anyway, I managed to fit myself in here and there, and they very kindly let me stay on the record. So this is a song that was originally, it makes it sound like it was recorded in 1920 something. It was really recorded a few years back. This is a Stiff Little Fingers song that I felt would lend itself particularly well to being played acoustically. This is a song called Guilty as Sin.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 2.
Whispered secrets in cloistered halls, oaths of silence observed. Delicate witnesses stare from the walls, never saying a word. Years of suffering, torment and pain, etched on faces of stone. Age of innocence, paradise lost, never to be regained. Only heartbreak remains. And oh my, look at the lies as they fall from your mouth. I'm surprised they don't stay. And how do you justify the blood on your hands? Aren't you guilty of sin? And the circumstance stretches all doubt, set your children along, safe, secure in the arms of the one who will do them no harm, who will do them no wrong. And oh my, look at the lies as they fall from your mouth. I'm surprised they don't stay. And how do you justify the blood on your hands? Aren't you guilty of sin? And the truth remains hidden for years. Shame and fear do their job. Lives in ruins, but your standing remains until someone stands up. Now the victims have lifted the lid. What was darkness is light. Suffer little children, and by Christ they did. So far out of sight, going out of their minds. And oh my, look at the lies as they fall from your mouth. I'm surprised they don't stay in you. And how do you justify the blood on your hands? My true guilty is oh my, look at the lies as they fall from your mouth. I'm surprised they don't stay in you. And how do you justify them? The blood on your hands, my true guilty is sin. Again.
Okay, well, yeah, none of this is written out, so but I'm just remembering things. So, this album came about because Kurt came around my house, and we said, okay, get the lemon drizzle cake in because that's the way it is these days. Plenty of tea and lemon drizzle.
Is that you drizzle and Moretti?
It's true. And I said, oh, I've got this kind of like riff thing, and he said, yeah. I said it's called Sweet Salvation. And he said, no, how about Bittersweet Salvation? And then we dropped the salvation at the end. We just called it Bittersweet. So that's typical Brandon. So we're going to... And then he writes the lyrics and he said, you can sing this. So here I go.
It's a hard life in this band.
Okay? Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Your days without rest. Give me your hope and your hand I will take. Shun the illusion, dry up your tears. Bittersweet all these years. Whoa. Bittersweet. Time it was here. Whoa. Bittersweet. Oh, all of your years. Let the bells set you free. Let them ring out for your liberty. Come now and dry up your tears. Bittersweet all these years. You'll be shouting for that one in 10 years. Won't be. Yeah, wow.
I was going to say it's a bit like Marmite, but I like it.
You're not a man of normal taste, though, are you? Let's face it.
No, not in any way, sexy.
I mean, lemon drizzle cake, yeah.
Moretti.
Moretti, yeah, perhaps.
You good?
Yeah.
Well,
actually, I've got to say, look, it's quite nerve-wracking, this, because your man's come over here, a couple thousand miles away, to come up to. We're having a lot of time to prep, so it's very nerve-wracking, so forgive us. There will be a few walks tonight, but it's good. I'm glad you all come out tonight and do this. It's very nice to actually get a chance to play it, but I thought I'd just share the nervousness with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind so much, except I've just come off a bunch of Stiff Little Finger shows and I didn't fucking know those songs either. So
What do you do for a living? Oh, I know, stay in small dressing rooms.
Ready? 1, 2, long intros. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I can't find a reason to stay, but I don't wanna go. There's a battle going on outside. It's radio war. Should I pick myself up, walk out and fight? Or should I sit in here and deliberate about why? When I know that there's people out there who ain't got a choice, for they silence those who stand up and question their lives. Discredited and ridiculed, killed in their private lives. It's a waste of life and a waste of hell you and me feel. And so I say, stand up if you wanna survive. Now won't you stand up now? It won't be easy. Now won't you stand up now? Everything has a price. Your heart it aches with what it knows, with what it feels. Your hopes and your wishes, these are what make you feel real. So when someone denies you, tell me, how did it feel? When they kill off people's dreams, what are you gonna do? Now won't you stand up now? It won't be easy. Now won't you stand up now? Everything has a price. Now won't you stand up now? It won't be easy. Now won't you stand up now? Everything has a price.
But look! Bass.
You good?
Actually, if I can just jump in here, I know this next tune is won by the gentleman from the Ruts, and we played it on the very first time we ever got together to do this thing, and we didn't really know each other. I certainly didn't
No, not
know
really.
anybody that well. We'd said hello at shows and stuff. And we would often rehearse in the wilds of North Wales, or just on the border of North Wales. And it was fucking freezing.
That's right.
And anyway, so the lads had asked Kirk and I to sing on this song when they were recording it and stuff. So we're happy to do so. And they said, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna make a video for the song tomorrow." And we're like, "Really? Okay. Well, where are we doing that?" And Segs has got quite the South London accent, and me being a delicate Belfast boy, I didn't quite pick up on what he said. And I thought he said, "Oh, we're doing it in a bar." And I thought, "Fucking brilliant! This is great! And I was like, this is excellent! So a free drink." He said barn. It was fucking freezing. There weren't even walls on this fucking thing. There were sheep wandering in and out. I was like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to get a nice cozy. There'll be like a turf fire or something going in the corner. It'll be fucking great.
It looked great in the video because all the, it looks like it's an effect, but it was actually like
No, it was, yeah.
so cold.
It's great how you got that effect of your breath is freezing in the air. No, it was freezing in the air.
Oh.
And yet we still come back and work with them. I don't know why. I mean, we've been conned into this, mate.
I know, thanks.
You got the check though, right?
Yeah.
We never got the royalties for any of that, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. 1,
Right.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Burning white light, neon red and white. You have stained this sacred soul tonight. I've been giving love to the impure. I've been selling hope to the unsure. So please, give me something to kill the pain. Give me something to kill the pain. Something, please. Give me something to kill the pain. Kill the pain, kill the pain, kill the pain. Another young punk with a new solution joins our worn-out revolution. Yes, we've been being just, we've been being pure. We've been dealing dirt, now we need the cure. So please, give me something to kill the pain. Give me something to kill the pain. Something, please. Give me something to kill the pain. Kill the pain, kill the pain, kill the pain. We all know what could have been, and we speak what should have been. Now I see what we should see. If we see, and we see, when I see what I see, when it gets too much for me. So give me something to kill the pain. Give me something to kill the pain. Something, please. Give me something to kill the pain. Kill the pain, kill the pain, kill the pain. Dead man, let's kill it. Please, give me something to kill the pain. Give me something to kill the pain. Something, please. Give me something to kill the pain. Kill the pain, kill the pain, kill the pain. Yeah. The bass is good, isn't it? I thought I should try playing it one day.
This next one's one of the new ones from the album. It's called Man Down. And I've done a lot of time with Segs on this particular song and what it's about. And I don't know how it comes about. We've both got some sort of big connection with the Thames River. Don't look for it; it's not there anymore. And it's all these things that have happened there, like in Seg's life. Like, is it your grandfather?
No, it was. Well, it's just a long story, but I'll tell it short. It was my father's brother or something, and yeah, they called me after him, i.e. John. And I found out 45 years later, well, 60 years later, that he'd actually thrown himself off a bridge into the River Thames and got washed up at Hayes Wharf. And I thought, well, cheers, Mum. Call me. That's a good start in life. Anyway, it kind of freaked me out, but he came round, we started talking about the murky depths of the... And I said, I want to do a song called Man Down, and we just... It went into all these stories about this murkiness of London town, really,
I had, I don't talk to him anymore, but I used to have this... I've got to keep him anonymous, because you'll know who he is. A certain person, let's just call him a certain person. And every time he called me, late at night, and he'd be on a bridge, Albert Bridge, or the one in Bristol, which I can't remember.
Clifton Bridge.
Clifton Suspension, yeah. And every time he called me on a bridge, and after a while I began to think, why you call me on a bridge late at night? There's only one reason people go to a bridge late at night. It's you won't get seen when you go over the side. And then I thought, well, why are you calling me about it? And I think in his mind, it was touch and go whether he's actually going to go over the side. And if he did, he know that I'd be the last person to have spoke to him, but I didn't do anything about him killing himself. And then after a while, I thought, do you know what? I actually don't want any more of this, talking to people on bridges. And that's the serious side of it. But we spent a lot of time laughing about people prancing about on bridges in
begging for money for heroin, basically, which is a true story. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, this is
came
called
out.
Rainbows and Lollipops. Fuck it.
It's dark, but it's good.
And it's quite slow and groovy, so,
It's good.
bear with us on it. Oh.
I'm really happy, actually. He had a bit of bad luck. He fell out of an aeroplane. He had a bit of bad luck. He put his head out on a moving train. He had a bit of bad luck. He's not coming back to explain. Man down, man down. Will he find it or will he drown? Man on a bridge with nothing or less. Have you one last request? He said if I needed fresh air, went for a walk, why would anyone care? Beneath the pale moonlight, waiting for a friend, taken to his journey's end, standing on Albert Bridge, waiting for his phone to ring. Man down, man down, will he find it or will he drown? Man on a bridge where nothing or less. Have you one last request? Man on
dark, isn't it?
If you ever remember that advert with, was it Hamlet or
Yeah.
Wilswiths?
Yeah.
Do you remember that when the German soldier and the British soldier in a trench, and the next it just cuts to them with a cigar,
Happiness.
looking at each other.
Happiness is a cigar.
That's what that reminds me of. Which is kind of irrelevant, but whatever. It also reminds me of Bark. Rough? No, fine.
Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, I believe the catchphrase, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was it?
Happiness is a cigar
That's
called
it, that's
Hamlet.
it, yeah.
Because anyone who's ever smoked cigars knows that you need a nice Havana, really. And Hamlet was rubbish, but we weren't very wealthy in Britain at that time, unlike now. Anyway, let's do another song from the album called Blame. It's not my fault. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Son, they're gonna put the blame on you. Whatever you did or you didn't do. Freedom, it ain't on the rise. You better know they're coming for you. Son, call John the Revelator. They wanna hang you now, ask questions later. Freedom, it ain't on the rise. You better know they're coming for you. Yeah. So we're all gonna sleep one day. Whatever we did or we didn't say. Freedom, it ain't on the rise. You better know they're coming for you. You better know they're coming for you. Yeah. Freedom, it ain't on the rise.
It's a good name for an album, that, actually.
Oh,
isn't it?
shit.
It's a good name for which is out today, apparently. I saw it today. It's quite splendid. You get it in a box, which is quite good, or your conventional Orville jewel case, which break all the time. But the box I like. Anyway, there's enough of my plug-in. But you can get it at the back there. Anyway. So,
My turn then, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Here's another cheery one. I wrote this song about being depressed. This is
why
really,
you're in
this
the
is
band.
really fucking helping, lads. I gotta tell you.
While you're in the band.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, basically I wrote this song as a self-help thing because I realized I could spot the triggers when I felt a depressive mood coming on. And I basically wrote this just to remind myself that, you know, that there was light at the end of the tunnel, and it wasn't the oncoming train. But And I never expected the band to record it, but we did, and I'm really glad we did because it seems to have helped a lot of people through various episodes. So, again, it's another song that you know, when you initially hear the way our band played, you wouldn't think it would lend itself to being played on acoustic guitars, but amazingly, well, I was going to say amazingly it does, but I haven't ballsed it up yet. But you know, see if I still feel the same in 3 minutes from now. See if I still feel the same.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It cuts just like a knife, takes away your love of life, puts out your fire and leaves you in the ashes. You lay there in a hole, what you love now leaves you cool. It's hard to get the strength to face the morning. Some days you really feel like hiding. Some days you swear you'll never go out anymore. And I'm not going back. I'm not going back to my dark places. Well, the days drag slowly by. All you want to do is cry. Nothing makes sense, nothing has a reason. And you lay there in a hole. What you love now leaves you cool. It's hard to get the strength to face the morning. Some days you really feel like screaming. Some days you swear you'll never smile anymore. And I'm not going back. I'm not going back to my dark places. It's something they can't see, yet it seems so real to me. Can't explain just how I feel when what I feel is no emotion. It's not a tragedy, yet that's how it seems to me. I wish that you could see, or even for 1 minute be me. Well, I got there in the end with the help of many friends, some who help by simply just believing. And the days look brighter now, yet I know someday, somehow, I could end up back there in an instant. Some days I really feel like laughing. Some days I realize I must stay on my guard, and I'm not going back. I'm not going back to my dark places. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to my dark places. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to my dark places. Thank you.
Jolly song about depression. Okay.
Okay.